This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, I want to talk about Paul George and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I see them, man. They making some noise. You know, I got Paul George right up the ladder, man. To be honest with you, see, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Everybody want to get on this James Harden, Rudy Poo, and Plum Plum brain nonsense. These James Harden writers, media, and these James Harden apologists and James Harden stands want to pump this James Harden narrative. I ain't falling for the foolery. Just like the LBJ narrative, I'm not falling for that nonsense. That nonsense needs to what? Higgity hush, man. Paul George, to me, right now, should be the MVP frontrunner. I'm going to say that again. Paul George right now should be the MVP frontrunner because the award for MVP usually is the best player that's on the best team. Right now, his team is up there. They're number 2 in the West. Last time I checked, isn't James Harden like south of the 6th seed? Isn't he like 6th seed or worse? So how can a guy like that be the MVP in the NBA? I'm just saying, if we're giving awards because guys are just putting up gaudy stats and they're not really, doing anything that's making them the most valuable player on their team, then what have we become? But see, this is the modern day generational NBA fanboyism nonsense. This is what you're getting. People that don't want to see standards. They just want to see Rudy Poo and Plum Plum stuff. They want to see that nonsense. And you know me, I'm going to stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. I'm just going to call things for what it is. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm going to keep that thing real. I'm going to keep it a buck. And what? I'm going to call it 100. The truth of the fact of the matter is Paul George is balling his ass off. The Oklahoma City Thunder are doing their thing. Russell Westbrook is giving you triple doubles like nobody's business. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not sit here and act like this team has a chance against the Warriors. They are not putting nothing against the Warriors. People forget the Warriors just went past 10 games winning streak. They went over 10 game winning streak. They lost, but now what? They're back on a winning streak again. Quietly, they're doing their damage. They are the best team in basketball, man. Aren't they number 1 in the West? So that's what I said. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Kudos to Paul George. Hats off to Paul George. Hats off to Russell Westbrook. Y'all doing y'all thing. I'm glad you guys have a tandem going on, but you don't have enough for the likes of a Golden State Warriors. And in a 7-game series, you getting straight demolished. You getting trounced. I got you guys, 5-game, possibly 6 games. That's what that series is going to look like. At best, a 6-game series. That motherfucker's not going 7. And anybody that thinks that is el what? Delusional and el what? Hipocrito. That's what they are at the highest levels. I like Paul George. He has a really good game to me, man. He's a true number 2. I've always seen him being that. James Harden is a number 2 too. Oh yes, I said it. James Harden is a number 2. He should be a second option. I know that's going to catch a lot of flack, but I don't care. I'm here to tell you guys the most cold-hearted and unadulterated truths. I like Paul George. I think he's playing well. This is the best that I've seen him play in a long time. He's finally starting to show the promise that he was supposed to show a long time ago. But they need more, man. They need a lot more. They need a dominant big. They need a other 3-point shooter that can spread the floor. They also need a deeper bench. And they need a high-energy point guard that could come behind Russell Westbrook and that can galvanize the troops, man, and help the second unit so that second unit could be on fire, clicking on all cylinders. They have some good role players on their team, but they need more. If you're gonna play against the likes of a Golden State Warriors, they need one more star on that team on the starting lineup, and they need more. They need one guy that can stretch the floor. They need a defensive specialist, and they need a big man down low that can be able to give them mad production. And I mean a real big man. If they don't have that, they can't play against the Golden State Warriors. They have no chance. So let's not kid ourselves. Let's give Paul George his credit. Let's give Russell Westbrook their credit for doing what they're supposed to do in what? The regular season. But can this translate over into the postseason? Remember, last year they got dispatched in the first round against Donovan Mitchell and that Utah Jazz team. They got him damn near embarrassed. So can they get past the first round? That's the question. And can it translate into something great? See, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered before we can sit here and stop putting this team on a high horse. You see, that's the problem with this modern day generation NBA fanboyism. They want to put people on a pedestal before they've merited anything, before they've done anything of substance. Golden State Warriors has delivered you finals after finals after finals. Damn near won 3 out of 4 of them damn things. Kevin Durant about to get a three-peat this year. He's not being denied. He's not being stopped. We know KD goes into tarantula mode comes playoff time. That's what I'm saying. I just don't see what the Oklahoma City Thunder is presenting to me right now that would be a threat for the Golden State Warriors. But you guys comment below and let me know what you guys think. That's my take on it because, again, I don't look at stuff from a fanboyism aspect. I looked at it from what? The eye test. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Does Oklahoma City Thunder have a legitimate shot against Golden State Warriors? And if they do, I want to hear it. I want to hear anybody's interesting take on it. But I don't see it. And if you guys come out with something, then to me, it'd be as if you're reaching. But again, it would be interesting to see what people's unique take are. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.